Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Tyler, also known as the Ches, and this is Chezzy Jones, where I try to bring humor and entertainment to the EDM space. And of course, once again, that does include the hardstyle space. We are back again, ready to tackle some more hardstyle songs suggested to me by you. I went back to one of my previous videos and went through the comments and checked out some of the most liked comments from it and gathered a list of your recommendations to check out here today. So I've got another list of 8 hardstyle tracks that could potentially win me over. We'll see. My request to you all this time is to leave a comment with your favorite hardstyle album. Your absolute favorite hardstyle album, or maybe just one you think I'd enjoy, or one that will torture me. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. I'll once again take the most liked comment on this video and check it out in the next hardstyle video. So leave a comment with your favorite album and we'll see which one wins. I also want to remind you guys that I have a Patreon now. If you want to support me and the channel, you'll gain early access to my videos, uncut versions of all reactions well before they come to YouTube, as well as a bonus reaction every single month just for you. So if you want more content and more hardstyle content specifically, consider checking out the Patreon. Links in the description. Now, we're gonna move into this list. These are suggested by you guys, so whether I love them or hate them is completely on your shoulders. This rests with you. This is your fault. I'm looking at you, buddy. This is all because of you. The first track here is City Lights by Rebelion.
I'm not as young and reckless as I used to be, but there's a part of me still on the loose.
I don't really like his voice. Not like he can sing. I just don't like the way his voice sounds. I mean, I hate the way my voice sounds too, but like the talent is there. I don't know. I don't like his actual voice, the tonality of his voice. But in general, I like the way this is laid out. It just kind of quietly pads in the background. It feels uplifting. Give me the melody now. Let's go. Oh, not yet. There it goes. Okay. Okay, yeah, following what he was singing earlier. I see. Now that I've seen defqon, every time I listen to a song, I'm just imagining it in that setting. It does make it better. We have a little more pizzazz to the intro here, to this build. Dragging it out, making it really get you pumped. I like that. We'll stand up right away. Let's go. I know the fake outs. I see you. I didn't start dancing. I understand how this works now. Look at that. I got it. I'm an expert. I don't like these kind of kicks as much though. Those kicks aren't offensive, but they're not my favorite kind of kicks. I like the kind of deeper kind of kicks. Not that clunky up top kicks. But these are fine. And they kind of fit the song. All right, we're changing it up. We didn't just copy the first half into the second half. The hardstyle people might not know, but I love songs that change it up throughout, where the first half is different from the second half. Keeps me more engaged. We're gonna have different kicks this time though? Or is the drop still gonna be the same? Okay, same kind of kicks. I don't know, because when it has these kind of kicks in this sound, in this song, it doesn't feel like it's part of the same song. Okay. It's still the kind of clunkiness. I don't like the funk as much. They grow on me, but okay. I would consider that a decent start. I think I expressed my issues with it, and they're not major issues. It is just a taste thing, but the production of it was good. It's just certain sound selections as well as the actual tonality of the guy's voice weren't for me. Again, he's a good singer. He could sing way better than I can. I just don't like the actual, just the sound of his voice, just the way he sounds. That is not something he can change. That is his voice. So sorry. I don't know if this is Rebellion or if someone else is singing on it, but I apologize. You're still a very talented singer. And like I said, the more funky, thuky kick kicks, I don't know. They aren't my favorite in the hardstyle space. There's other ones I prefer. But in terms of the production outside of that, the melody was good enough. The melody's kind of catchy. Melody's decent. And the production continued to change. It wasn't super repetitive. We had interesting builds. We had a long build, a very big build. So that was good. That was satisfying. We took our time with it. Had a little musicality in there. Overall, we're close to a full approval. We're good. None of these have made it into a playlist yet. Once we get one into a playlist, that's going to be a good sign, but we haven't quite got there yet. But this one's definitely on the upper tier, closer to playlist material. The people recommending are starting to understand. You guys are steering me in the right direction here. Or maybe I just am slowly being beaten down. Maybe it's not even that you're finding ones I enjoy more. Maybe it's that my standards are being lowered to meet you halfway. So I did try to mostly pick artists I hadn't heard before as far as your suggestions goes. So Rebellion would be one of those. And now the next one is also new. It is Riot Shift with the song Same Again. Okay, this is like a normal pop song or something starting out here. Like hip hoppy song. This doesn't strike me as like, oh, we're about to go hardstyle over here. Okay, almost getting towards metal territory here. This is not what I was expecting. I didn't know this was even a genre that would mix with hardstyle. Is this gonna be hardstyle? This is just like a rock song. Okay. That's so interesting. Okay. Another melody that's okay. It's okay. I like that lowering sub there. Whoa, that's a lot of reverb on that. Oh. I like those kicks. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of these kind of songs where like the kicks are cool. I like the kicks when it is primarily focused on just kicks and there's not a melody, but then it adds these weird staticky or like weird just digitally nonsense to the top. There's no like rhyme or reason or musicality to it. Just here's that. I don't know. Bothers me. That distracts me. All right, we getting a similar second drop. Are we changing it a little bit? Okay. Got the melody in here this time at least. Kicks are getting closer to what I enjoy here. But melody's still not doing it for me. I feel like I need to like present you guys with melodies I enjoy so you get an idea of the types of melodies I like. But for what it's worth, that one was still incredibly entertaining given I guess I assume any genre starts dabbling in other genres and mixing things together and genre shifting because a lot of the genres I listen to do that. But this is the first time I'm really hearing it. It was kind of cool that it started as like almost hip hoppy and then kind of just got to like a rock type sound. And then we got hardstyle almost out of nowhere. It kind of just like, oh, here's some hardstyle. So I like that you guys also do that in this genre. It can start as anything you want. It doesn't have to, there's not hard constraints around the genre. We can branch out, we can break down the walls. Once you understand the basics, once you understand the foundation, you're allowed to bend those bars a bit. And that's really cool. So I found that entertaining. It was definitely one of the more unique ones that I've heard so far, but also still has the same flaws that I've found in a lot of the other songs as well. So still not for me. Preferred the first track, but I liked that this one had some diversity. That was unique. So kudos to you, Riot Shift. Next up, we've got Adaro with So Far Away. Could also be Adaro, but I think Adaro, I don't know. I also like how there's an extended mix that is 24 seconds longer. Is that really worth it? That's why nobody's listening to the extended mix. Anyway. We got a woman singing beautifully. Like the processing on the vocals there. Yeah, I like how it lowers it in the background. Oh, we got this kind of style. Okay. I like the stuttering choppiness of the vocals. It's kind of cool. I could tell this is more of a sub-genre, not the generic hardstyle. So this probably has a different name. Or that was just an intro, and we're getting into something more intense. Interesting kicks. They're like barely even, like okay, now they're a little more thumpy. I think it's that my headphones don't even have they can't go low enough to really hit me with the kicks. Okay. Okay, and now we got a big melody. That's what I was waiting for. Uh-huh. I think I like not that this is a slow melody, but somewhat slower melody. I don't like the ones that go too crazy with the notes, like bigger chords. All right, now give me the kicks with the melody, as I suspect you will do. Yep. I got it. I got it down to a science. Except the kicks sound like a dog barking. Okay, now it's a big dog barking. Arr, 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 arr. Calm down. Settle down, dog. You already had a treat. That one was okay. It came off as not generic, just there wasn't too much that stood out for me other than the intro just kind of being like a subdued hardstyle, just kind of a dancey beat, but it just didn't feel very memorable. It was just kind of following the guidelines of the genre. Didn't surprise me really in any way. Just it was just okay. It was fine. It was decent. It was all right. Less dogs, maybe. Less dogs. Next, we've got Noiseflow and Dr. Donk with New Drug. This one gets bonus points just for having a guy named Dr. Donk on it. Oh, I'm worried. Down below, it looks like on multiple occasions, Dr. Donk has worked with GPF, has collabed with GPF. That's got me a little worried. Anyone willing to collaborate with GPF obviously there's something's wrong up here. I don't know. They're a little crazy, and I'm scared. This is Dr. Donk and Noiseflow with New Drug.
Hey, Diego, hijo de puta. Why you not selling the cocaine on the street, huh?
I'm so sorry, boss. There's new drug. Everybody has a new drug.
Drug? What new drug?
What?
I don't know.
What?
Boss. It's called Deutsche Krach.
We got a little skit in the beginning almost. Just some goofy meme stuff.
Das IST, Deutscher Krach Junge.
Yeah, oh God, not again. I'm having flashbacks to the war. It's not as intense though, it's okay. I'm a little desensitized. This feels so much tamer by comparison, which is crazy to me because it's still intense as hell, but it's also slower. That helps. The speed is digestible. This would be funny in a live setting though. Just being goofy, but... No, sorry! Please!
It's time for a new track.
Okay, sure. Let's do it. Oh! This is okay, actually, despite being intense. New drugs. Put all the drugs in me. Boom, boom. Give it to me real big. Have the big finale. I just don't understand this sound. It's just a wave of noise.
Ooh, this is fun.
Okay. Had to hit me one last time. One final punch. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I was expecting. I think I have been at least somewhat desensitized due to the GPF track. And also, again, because this was slower, the speed was slower, which made things a little less intense. And there were some moments that like, I could actually survive this. I can actually flow with this a little bit. And I can always appreciate a goofy track. I like artists with a sense of humor. I like artists that, yeah, just a little goofy. I don't mind a little personality behind the music. And so it seems like Dr. Donk has that personality. I don't know if this particular sense of humor resonates with me, but I like that he has it. I like people that are a little goofy, but sometimes, you know, humor is subjective, of course. The goofiness might be a little too goofy for me, but at least I enjoy that people have this approach. So going into it with that mindset, with that context, it's like, okay, this is a goofy track. It's got some goofiness to it. We enjoy it for what it is. Obviously, not something I'm going to put on, not something I'm going to jam out to myself, not something that I'm reeling up to put on the playlist and pass me the aux. Here we go. We're taking the new drug today, boys. But, you know, it's fun. It's entertaining to go through once. And I survived. And it was released on Greasy Records, baby. My favorite record label, Greasy Records. We love when things are greasy, clearly. All right, so who left that comment? Because you are getting banned. Next up is Wildest Dreams, plural. We got multiple dreams out here. And it's by Ecstatic, Audiotricz, and MERYLL. Got multiple people on the track today. Kind of twinkling in here. Very pretty. Production's very nice, very clean, very beautiful. And I assume that's MERYLL singing. So beautiful singing, MERYLL. Okay, this is kind of going in the direction I want. This sounds very happy, and the melody gives me almost Galantis vibes, and I like Galantis, like where a lot of the notes are hitting on the kicks. But can we bring it all together, coalesce into one beautiful piece of music here? Don't get too crazy. Okay. Okay. I think this might be the closest to like, I like this melody that we've received. It's a little simple, but sometimes simple is good. And everything's tame, everything's beautiful, because it's not too far off from just a normal dance track. Just a little more punchy kicks. But yeah, the background, just how full the space is with these pads and the atmosphere. Just swells around you, and then you get the release of the drop. The recipe is here for sure. Oh, change it up a little bit. Oh, I wanted to do that part again. I wanted to do that other melody one more time. The descending version. I like that. Almost like that more. Bam, 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 bam. That's cool. I like those notes. That way satisfies me more than ascending. But a pretty outro as well. And got that vinyl record sound. That one was pretty good. That one, it's just very pleasant, very easy to consume. It's very digestible. It's easy to enjoy. It's very by the books. I feel like it's tame enough where just about anyone could listen to it, but it still has that hardstyle flair. I think the melody is one of the better ones we've heard in terms of my personal tastes and opinions. So that one, it's not blowing me away. Like, I feel like if I liked hardstyle a lot, this one would feel kind of bland overall. But again, the sort of bland ones are going to maybe serve as my gateway into the genre anyway. So if I'm putting it into the perspective of the genres I like if I was treating this more as like a dance hit, this would be kind of boring. Like, it's not doing anything amazing, but it is serviceable. It gets the job done. The melodies are good enough and they're uplifting enough and they're catchy enough where it's like, okay, this might be something I would listen to. But yeah, still not like, oh my God, this is a freaking pop. But I did like everything about it. I really like the opening. I think it's beautiful. I love the singing. Like it has all the elements there, but it's not wowing me either, if that makes sense. This one's good. Did nothing wrong. Solid track, but not blowing me away. Next, we move on to 2003 by TNT. Looks like it's by TNT, Technoboy, and Tuneboy. So I assume TNT is Technoboy and Tuneboy, and combined, they are TNT. I know things. I can figure things out. I can understand context clues. But this came out in 2023. Interesting. What was so special about 2003? Let's find out. Let's take a trip back. Like a good vocal chop. I like the processing on this kick before it actually comes in. It sounded weird, but it's cool. Let's get moving. I used to listen to stuff like this with this kind of kick and just like some weird vocal chops or something. And like happy hardcore I used to listen to a certain extent as well. So this, I guess this would be around the time I started getting into this. Maybe a little later than 2003, but this does feel nostalgic to me a little bit. Let's go. Let's go. Take me back to 2003. I was in 3rd grade. This brings me back to elementary school. Elementary school art class, drawing pictures for my mom to take home to my mom to put on the fridge. Learning basic arithmetic or something. What do you learn in 3rd grade? I don't know. I could use the toilet on my own by that point, so that's good. Let's go. Almost got a little dizzy there. You're building up to nothing. I already know nothing's gonna happen. You're just building to nothing. And we're back. So like I said, that one felt nostalgic. I did listen to things like that. I have listened to things like that before, but I feel like I definitely grew out of it. So it feels nostalgic, but it also feels dated as well. I feel like, because I think this is a subgenre of some sort, like this probably has some sort of name, or maybe it was just hardstyle during a certain period in time, but it just feels dated. And I feel like it sounds very similar to the other songs in this type of genre where they would all just kind of blend together because there's not really much to them. It is mostly just kicks and then maybe a little vocal, a little bam, bam, bam. Like there's not a whole lot of diversity, or at least out of the ones that I've heard. So I could replace this with 15 other songs and they would all sound pretty much the same to me. So I think it would be good to throw it on during a set or something at a live show. Like, yeah, we're thumping, everything's thumping, but it wouldn't be super memorable. I don't think I could pick out which song this was. So serviceable, it gets its job done for sure, but just forgettable as well. Also, I like that they have a song called 2004. They have a song called OMG, a song called Boom Boom Boom, a song called Hard Beat, a song called Crunch. What is it? Everything just, this feels like the most distilled, and a name called TNT, Technoboy and Tuneboy. This feels like a fake alias. This feels like the most just generic, like AI came up with this. All right, we're gonna make a new techno song. We're gonna call it Hard Beat by Technoboy. What? Perfectly average. Next, we've got Lovely Day to Die by Sefa. There was a lot of people recommending Sefa, whether it was an individual song or an album or a defqon set, I think, by Sefa. There was some sort of set from Sefa that they wanted me to check out. So a lot of Sefa was recommended. So I figured I would at least take one of those suggestions. And in this case, it's Lovely Day to Die. Ooh, I love strings. I love string instruments. The way the sound of the bow gliding across the strings just flows over my body. I played violin in 5th grade, if that means anything. And good mixing of the vocals too. Everything just feels cohesive. Very solid build. Building the tension. Yeah. Very well crafted. No complaints, no issues so far. Now we're getting up to speed. Getting the energy to where we need it to be. Turning up the knobs. Oh, it just kept going. It just keeps going. Oh, this is way faster than I was expecting. It's so intense coming from where we were just at. That is fast. You can't sit still listening to this though. I almost don't like it when it adds the snare. I feel like the snare is distracting in a way almost. The melody's getting a little lost in the kicks, so it does sound a little more messy compared to the beginning where everything was so pleasant and you can pick each piece out. Now everything was kind of garbled together there, but still kind of fun. I like the energy levels of it since it's a little more rapid, and then we just completely mellow out. It's like, I think it's cool that it goes between these completely different energy levels and speeds, but it's also a little jarring because usually when I'm listening to music, I'll put on, like I'm in a certain mood, so like I'll go to my more intense playlist, or I'll go to my chill playlist, or I'll go to my melodic playlist. And this is like trying to fit too many different vibes and it comes off as whiplash. Oh, and that's it. Oh, we just have one drop. Okay. That's a little interesting. That actually changes my opinion a little bit, for the better almost. There's definitely some songs that I like and have enjoyed that, yeah, where it's like bookends of one feeling, but then in the middle kind of just slaps you with something else. So with that, when it's that way, that kind of does change things. I like that approach. I don't always go for that approach, but it does, the sort of juxtaposition between the drop and the bookends feels a little more natural. It feels better when it is just the one drop. So we do kind of ramp up and then we calm down. We just have that one woo, and then we're back down to chill. So that makes a little more sense to me. I like that. I think it was a little intense, but I kind of liked the energy levels. Like it was not too crazy. It was mostly just the speed of it that added to the intensity. I thought that was cool. I would definitely be interested in checking out more Sefa because, again, I appreciate when there's creativity and musicality behind it and when there's care put into each piece of it, not just the drop or whatever it may be. So you've intrigued me, Sefa. I would definitely want to check out more from you. I've got a good selection here. I'm really like, a lot of these are very different from one another. I pulled a good list. Well, and thank you guys for suggesting a good list. So now we've got one final track, which is mentioned a couple times here. It was one of the most liked comments, and I'm actually just going to read the comment. It says, a track was released recently called Live Forever by Headhunterz, which we are familiar with Headhunterz at this point. It is considered to be one of the most innovative hardstyle tracks in the past few years. Give it a shot. You will be pleasantly surprised. That is some big words. That is quite the preface that we've had here. Most innovative hardstyle tracks in the past few years. I'll be pleasantly surprised. You've set my expectations pretty high. We'll see about that. But we're going to react to Live Forever by Headhunterz. And this is our final track, so potentially we're going out with a bang here. I saved it for last on purpose, so we'll see. I like how the previous song was talking about it being a lovely day to die, and now we're planning to live forever. So pick your side, choose your battle, choose your fighter. Let's go.
Are we dreaming?
It could be. Put it past me. I'm awake.
Just one last dream.
This voice is a little unsettling.
Wake.
Ooh, I like that. Cool opening. I'm invested.
Maybe I'm gonna live forever. Maybe this is just one last dream.
Those are very unique scents. I'm pleasantly surprised. All right, let's go. The drop.
Wake up.
Okay. They're open. They're as open as they can be. I don't like how much it stops. It keeps like interrupting my flow. I'm trying to get into my Zen state here and it keeps pulling me out. Yeah, these synths are captivating, I'd say. I don't use that word very often. Very satisfying.
And now I see with eyes serene the very pulse of the machine.
Sure. Yeah, man. They're crafting some banger synths. My God.
Maybe I'm gonna live forever. Or maybe this is just one last dream.
Whoa. Oh. I'm getting like a meal here. I feel like I'm digesting stuff and it's filling my tummy with yummy. Oh, okay. Okay. Dang, I'm like so torn on it. Honestly, the drops were the weakest part. The drops feel like an afterthought because they were short. They kept being interrupted because it wasn't just like this 45-second boom, 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 boom release. It was like a couple kicks and then it would and then get back to a couple more kicks, and the kicks weren't too elaborate. And I didn't really enjoy the drops much. They weren't using sounds that I particularly enjoyed, and like I said, they felt a little not anticlimactic, but unfulfilling because of the way they would like, oh, here you go. Oh, we're gonna take it away for a second. Oh, but we're gonna bring it back. Like you don't really get to fully release yourself after all this work. What beautiful groundwork was placed to get to the drops. Everything outside production wise, very, very well produced. Some of the wildest, most engaging synths that I've heard in general. I'm not talking about hardstyle. I'm talking about in general. Greatly appreciated the production and those synths. Very captivating. They pull you in. Very, very cool. Love the intro and the middle bit, but like as an entire package, because almost even without a release, if there wasn't even a drop and it was just this world building creation, I would almost appreciate it more because the drop feels like the low point. The drop feels like it's taking me out of what it was doing before. It almost takes me out of itself. I can't even fully appreciate the drop for what it is. And so it's annoying to me slightly. The drops either needed to be longer or just more focused or even more unique. Like it needed to do something. It was trying to do too much and therefore accomplished nothing for me with the drops specifically. But I still really, really love that. I think that's going to go into an iffy playlist of mine, which is the playlist of songs that like I'm 50-50 on. I don't love them, but there's something I really appreciate about them and don't want to forget that I've heard them. I want to be able to find them again in the future. And that's going in there because there are very memorable things about it, very cool things about it. And I was very, very impressed with elements about it, especially the main synths and the sort of just the building, the atmosphere building of it. It was transportative. And so that's going in an iffy playlist. The first thing that's going into any playlist at all. We don't have a full seal of approval here, but we have a song that might end up being played again in the future in some capacity. And that is definitely saying something. So I get what you're saying. This definitely sounds different than anything I've heard so far and moving in a positive direction. The creativity is off the charts and a big thumbs up for me for that one, even if it's not quite there. It's so close to being there. So cool though. Really, really cool. Good job, Headhunterz. You're doing something special with that one. This is future editor Tyler here, just jumping in to give a quick shout out to my patrons for this video. Thank you so much to all my patrons, especially the absolute tune, Will Vegas. I appreciate your support. And if you're interested in getting uncut versions of all my reactions, early access to my videos, and bonus hardstyle reactions every single month, you might want to consider checking out the Patreon. I also already have the This Is Sefa reaction up in all its uncut glory. So if you want to check that out way before it comes to YouTube, Patreon's the place to do it. Just saying. But I'm going to throw it back to past Tyler now to close it out. So here we go. But we've made it to the end of this video. Another 8 tracks down, and probably the most enjoyable one so far for me in terms of my own personal enjoyment. There was the most hits or close to hits and a lot of things that I genuinely appreciated. So you guys are definitely recommending me some good stuff. I think it's better that there's so many of you to kind of crowdsource it and thumbs up the good ones. I think just by sheer numbers, the best ones kind of manifest themselves to the top, which is good. So keep the recommendations coming. I've really enjoyed this journey. I'm going to continue this journey for sure. As I said, please leave a comment with your favorite hardstyle albums. I will take the most liked comment on this video and check it out in the next hardstyle reaction. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Subscribe, like the video, notification bell, all that stuff. And as I said before, even though hardstyle is not the primary focus of this channel, I will still continue to do these videos. But if you want to kind of take the reverse journey with me and try to get yourself to enjoy other genres that aren't hardstyle, consider checking out some of my other videos. And hardstyle does make it into some of those videos. A lot of the artists I enjoy do make hardstyle songs or incorporate hardstyle into their music at times. So I'm just saying, it might be worth checking out some of my other videos. But either way, I greatly appreciate you guys as always. Thank you so much for the support. Shout out to the hardstyle lovers. I don't know where y'all came from. I had no idea there were so many of you, but I really do appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what I should check out next. I'll see you in the next video and keep on jamming out, my dudes. Peace.